everybody, welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. It is Wednesday, the 16th. I think I'm losing days. I'm losing my mind. But anyway, what do y'all think about? I'm growing my hair out, man. It's a mess right now because it's at that stage where, some of it wants to lay back and some of it don't. Oh well. Anyway, what are we going to do today? Today we're going to do two things. The first is I'm going to do a practice rollout. And I'm going to I'm going to do the don't pass with odds. But I'm going to do it a little bit different than I've been doing it. But I want to practice it out to see what I'm thinking in my head actually, works or not. So we're going to do that. Then at the end of that, we're going to talk about Mr. Big Shot. Everybody has seen Mr. Big Shot. And we're going to talk about him at the end of that video. And I'm going to tell you right now, I can't do nothing about Mr. Big Shot. I can't teach nobody. I can't make them different than what they are, but they exist. It's how we deal with Mr. Big Shot that I'll be talking about at the end of my video. Okay, so we're going to do those two things today. And so without any further ado whatsoever, let's get to it. All right, everybody, we're over here at the table. And like I said in the opening, I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to do a don't pass with odds strategy today that I've been thinking about. And, it doesn't really mean anything. It's 20 minutes I roll, whether I get my butt crushed or I win. I just want to do things a little bit different just to see what happens. First thing different is this is going to be a $10 minimum table. And then but max odds, 10. I can go 10 times odds on this versus the 3, 4, 5. Okay. And if the don't passes, the 7s come and they're my favor, I will attack. And then when they're not, I'll back up. A lot of times we play opposite that because we're going, hey, it's been point. Let's go ahead and attack that don't. And there's strings, man. There's strings on both sides. So I want to capitalize on the string when they're happening for me and regress when they're not. Okay, that's just my thinking, right off the cuff. And then when I get done, whether it's a 20-minute roll, 30-minute roll practice, we'll talk about Mr. Big Shot. Okay? All right, so it's a $10 table. We're going to go ahead and throw $10 out there. And I'm going to roll from here. I can probably do things faster. And so there's a yo 11, and we lose immediately. We'll just throw the $10 back up there. There's a 5. Okay, on the 5, I'm going to go ahead and put 120 to win 80, I believe, is right. So that would be 10 times. Well, actually, that's 8 times odds. So we'll do 8 times odds on this one. And, So really my thinking is this. I'm going to go pretty much 6 times odds on a 4-10, and then I'm just going to go 12 times what my bet is on the 5, 8, and 6, 9. Okay? Just sort of let you know where I'm thinking. Anyway, points 5. Here we go. There's the 7 out. That's what we wanted. So there's the 10. 120 is going to pay us 80. Like so. And then we'll set my rack up every time just so I can see where I'm at. All right. And so since we won that, we're going to go ahead and come up with $20. Let's see if we can attack this puppy. There's a 9. So on the 9, we're going to go $240. 25, 35, 40. We're going to go $240 on this puppy on a $20 bet. And that'll give us 160, I think, if my math is right. All right, there's a 314. There's a 628. Whoop, I just threw my dice. Oh. All right, looking for a 7. See if we're in that streak. That's a leaner. All right, 6, 4, 10. And there's a 3, 4, 7. So that pays us the 20 there, like so. And then that $240 is going to pay us 200, like so. So let's bring it back. And let's get our rack back. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking now, too. I'm thinking, well, I've just won 2 in a row. I should be able to go ahead and attack this, but I don't want to burn everything I've just won at the same time. So I'm going to regress. I'm going to do like a regress up and pull type of thing, which I've never even tried before. So I'm going to go ahead and regress back down to 10. So if I get beat here, it's not going to hurt me. And if I win, I'm just going to add. Alrighty, so here we go. There's another 9. So on a $10 on a 9, I'm going to bet 120. Alright, to win 80. I think I'm right. There's a 4. There's an 8. There's the 9. So, alright. So we got beat there. So the streak is dead. Alright. No worries. We'll go ahead and put 10 down there. There's a 6. So we'll go ahead and put 100 and 20 to win 100. So it might go to the point. There's a 6. So now it's going to the other side. Okay. And so since I've lost pretty much 2 in a row, I'm going to just sit this out here. We're going to find out which way this is going. So there's a 6. I'm not putting any odds on it. If it's streaking points, there's a 6. You see, I don't want the points to hurt me in my new thinking. So we lose the 10. And I'll just keep putting $10 out here until, there's a 7, until it goes back to our favor. There's a 3. Win that back. There's a 5. No odds on that. There's a 10. There's a 7. All right, so their little streak stopped. So in that case, now we'll start over at the 10 and we'll throw odds on there. Maybe. So we lost the 10. Just throw it back out there. All right, there's a 12. That's a tie. And there's a 7. Goodness gracious. There's an 11. My goodness. It's just going to give it, take it, give it, take it, give it, take it. I guess that happens sometime. What I want is a point. Don't look like it's going to do it. Just give and take, give and take. There's a 6. All right. All right, let's go ahead and put 120 out here. Like so let's see which way this is going to go. 7, 6, 1, 7. Okay, so there's 10, 120, pay us 100. Try and get this rack right. Alright, and since we won that one, let's go ahead and go to the 20 level here. There's a 3. Win some of those 11 and 7s I lost. There's a 9. So on the point of a 9, on $20, we're going to go ahead and this time a butt puckering $240. Just like that. So we're sort of back and forth. Really no big streak either way. But since I won that other one, let's come back with this one. Let's see if we can do it. There's a 6. There's a 10. Ooh, that was too close to a 9. There's a 6. 6, 10, 6. There's another 6. Goodness gracious. There's a 3. What we need is the 7. There's another 3. Goodness. And there's a 2. Boy, am I hitting those horn numbers. There's the 7 out. So we're in a streak. So that's a good thing. Hit them when it's streaky, and then back off when it's not. So that's 240 on the 9. That's going to pay us, I think I'm right with 160. I think. I'm sure y'all let me know if it's not. Alright, let's get my rack back. Now that's 2 in a row. What I haven't really figured out is if I want to go for the 3rd hit or regress at this moment. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm just sort of toying with this at the moment. Alright, so we've hit 2 and we do a 20. This time, let's go ahead and let's just regress again, just in case, and just to see if we're in a streak. There's a 5. So we're going to put 100 and 20 out. There's an 8. There's a 10. There's a 3, 2, 1, 3. There's a 5, 4, 9. Looking for the 7. There's a 6, 4, 10. There's a 4, 3, 7. Very good. Alright, so there's 10 there. And that 120 on the 5 is going to pay us 80. So this is 3 in a row for it, which is what we're trying to do. Let's attack it when it's doing. Let's back off when it's not. Let's see here. Well, Ken, buddy, try it like so. Alright, so let's go ahead and go up to 20 this time. Now, I shouldn't, probably, because that's like 3 or 4 in a row. I'm gonna regress again, just cause. There's a 3. There's a 224. We're going to go ahead and put 60 to win 30. There's a 325 and a 617. It's just going our way. See, we got 10 there. 60 pays us 30. Like so. So that the don't pass is in a hot streak right now. That's a good thing. And so since we are, let's see where we're at right at the moment. We've got 1, 2, there's 1,000, there's 13. Whoops. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're at 21. We're okay. So we've won a good little bit here. So let's go ahead and go on up. Let's take it to another level, and let's go to 20 here now. There's a 10. So at 20 bucks out of 10, we're going to go ahead and do 120 for 60. There's an 8, 628. There's a 516. There's a 213. There's another 213. There's a 639, looking for a 7. And there's a 5510. All right, so we lost right there. We did good. We had a good run. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll this out again, but we're going to regress all the way back down to 10. There's a 4. We'll put 60 on there. There's a 11. Whoops. Fell off the table. There's a 10. There's an 8. There's the 4. Now we're on the other side of the deal. All right. So that's 2 in a row. Let's just go ahead and throw 10 out here. There's a 5. No odds this time. There's a 5. Good thing. So let it streak. So we lose 10. Let's go ahead and throw 10 more out here. There's a 3. There's a 7. There's a 6. We're not putting any odds on that. It's streaking against us, but there's a 7. So we'll go ahead and win the 10 there. That's okay. And so now, the next time, we'll throw odds on there. There's a 12 tie. And there's a 5. This time we're going to put 120 to win 80. And then we'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at. Again, this is no definite nothing. This is just something I wanted to do. There's a 5, 5, 10. There's a 5, 3, 8. And there's a 5, 1, 6. Looking for a 7. 6, 3, 9. And 4, 2, 6. 5, 4, 9. 5, 3, 8. We're all around that 5, that's for sure. There's the 5, 2, 7. All right. So we're going to win 10 there. And on the 120 on the 5, we're going to win 80. like so. And then what I'm going to do is on my little practice roll, if I can win one more, we're going to just call it, because you still got to know when to quit when you're doing this sort of thing. All right, and that was a $10 bet. Let's go ahead and go up to 20. See if we can, if it's on a streak or not. There's a 4. Well, we got a good shot at this. On a 4 or a 10 of 20, we're going to put 120 for 60. Whoop, 4 is still there. Looking for a 7. There's a 325. There's the 617. Okay. So we get 20 there. And then we get 50, 60 there. That's like another few in a row, which is, so we're on a streak. So I just can't end anything on a streak. Just can't do it. It's not in me. So I'm not going to do it today. Can't end on a winning streak. You could, but for today, since we're just practicing, I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do another regression. Actually, I could go up to 25, but I'm not. I'm just going to do one regression, see if I can get this. If I can win it, I can call it. If I lose it, I can call this little practice session. There's a 3. Whoops. Just give myself 10. Usually when I do that, a 7's on the way, or an 11. There's a 6. And let's throw out 120 bucks to win 100. There's a 224. There's a 426. Streak is over. All right, so let's just sort of end this portion. Let's see where we're at. It finally beat us, so there we are. So we are at, there's 500. There's 1,000. There's 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, let's do it this way. It's easier. I'll just keep them in the rack. There's 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually 1,000 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start with 16. So we've got 50, 100. We've made about 150 bucks on that particular session. $150. I'm just noticing how, streaks happen on both ways. And I'm just trying to figure out a different way maybe to attack it than normal. I know a lot of people have yelled at me because I don't put any odds on the, the 6 and the 8. So now I'm trying to actually max the odds on the 6 and the 8 and break out a little bit different, sort of go opposite. I don't know what my thinking is yet, but hey, what? We want $1.50 and hey, what do you know? All right. Next, we have to talk about Mr. Big Shot. Mr. Big Shot. Well, we're not talking about a guy that has a large bankroll. No, sir. There's a lot of people with large bankrolls that are very humble, very meek. They just go do their thing. They just have more money than anybody else. Now, that ain't the guy we're talking about. We're talking about the guy, usually he's got the gold bands and he's got the bling and the silk shirt type of thing, but he's a degrader. So he'll pick a $10 minimum table when he could very well pick a $100 table. Okay, the higher limit table. That's not what Mr. Big Shot wants. Mr. Big Shot wants to be the big fish in the small pond. He wants to go to the $10 table where everybody's betting 66 inside, 44 inside. You're betting 10, 15, $20. No. He wants to go out there and bring in purple chips out bet $600 6, $600 8. He wants to be that guy. He's also the one that is very degrading. He's also the one that'll look at you, put a $12 6, $12 8, and he'll say things like, hey, boy, if you want to be a big dog, you can't pee like a puppy, just very degrading. You got to put money out there to win, boy. It almost reminds me of the Foghorn Leghorn that you see on the cartoon. He goes, I say, let me tell you, boy, those guys, they're very, very annoying. They're doing it to make themselves feel bigger. Why don't he take his purple chips and go to a higher limit table? No, because he's not the big fish anymore. There's a bunch of big fish over there at the higher limit tables, and he can't be the big fish in the little pond. He has to come over to the lower limit tables, wear his bling, degrade you, be the big better, be the know-it-all, but that by itself ain't enough. He's got to degrade you, how you're betting, okay? Tell you why you're not going to win, why he's the right guy. It just is one of those ego trippy things that some of these guys, and he's also probably the one that if you go out to the parking lot, he's got a car out there, and he's got one of those vanity plates, okay? He's just egocentric, but he needs to be able to help himself psychologically. They have to bring somebody else down, bash somebody else to build themselves up, okay? And you know what? There's nothing old Ken can do about a guy like that. There's no personal teaching, tutoring that I have that can help that guy. The only thing that I can do is help you, because we all want to punch him in the throat, but we can't, right? We can't do that to Mr. Big Shot because we just don't want to go to jail. So I can teach you how to maneuver this guy and flip the coin, flip the table. It's all about how you react to Mr. Big Shot, okay? If you let him run over you, that's what he wants to do. But there's ways to treat that guy, and he won't do that to you anymore. Anyway, so, go to my website, www.kenknowsgambling.com. Everybody knows now that I'm doing a private tutoring, private teaching lessons. I travel to you, you travel to me. I do phone calls, Zoom calls, sports betting, that sort of thing. Just go to my website and it'll give you everything that I do and all the pricing for that. But I can pretty much help anybody with anything. And I've got it priced enough that, hey, listen, everybody ain't a big bankroller, man, and that's okay. That's why I've got the phone calls and the Zoom calls. I can help you pretty much with anything that you have. So go on over to my site, check that out, and if you need me, hit me up. All right, well, that is just doing a practice roll of a don't pass with some max odds and Mr. Big Shot. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And maybe consider subscribing. But the best thing that you can do for me, as always, is share this video. Share this video to anybody that you think my channel will help. So until the next time, y'all, be great.